To conclude, let me put the Gavi replenishment in context. Gavi is seeking to spend $9 billion over the next 5 years from 2026 to 2030. And that is to immunize 500 million children across the world. These children's life will be safe to grow up to become the scientists, engineers, nurses, teachers, and doctors of tomorrow. This morning while I was lying in bed, I did the research. And I realized that one B-2 Spirit bomber that dropped bombs on Iran recently cost $2.13 billion. If you work the math, what Gavi is seeking is the value of 4 of those B-2 bombers. Surely the world can afford the value of 4 B-2 bombers to save 500 million children. It's a choice we have to make. It's a choice we have to make between taking lives and saving lives. And I'm sure that we will save lives instead of taking lives. And so, on behalf of the children of Ghana, I say thank you to Gavi. I say thank you to all who have pledged today. Thank you very much. God bless you. And if you follow the teachings of Paul, in Galatians, you know, it's not always been like this. So, the first time I preached in my church on Men's Ministry Day, you should have seen it was a disaster. Gradually, the divine unction is descending on me. And so, the Apostle Paul says in Galatians 6:2, he says, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. It means that we must assist each other. We must show love to each other. We must love one another and help each other carry the burdens that they have in life. There are many around us who are struggling, not just spiritually, but also physically. Some are struggling emotionally, and some are struggling materially. There are people here who haven't eaten this today, just because they do not have what it takes to be able to buy a meal. And that's why Christ expects us to share generously. There are others too who have abundant. You ate breakfast, you ate lunch before coming here, and you go back home and there's fufu and light soup and aponche waiting for you. We must learn to share the burdens of others. If you can give that one meal, one aponche and light soup, aponche cracker and fufu, to somebody who can afford it, the blessings you get are multiple. He who gives receives more blessing than he who receives. In our communities, like I said, some go to bed hungry. Young people are losing hope. Families are burdened by the weight of unemployment, uncertainty, and inflation. And so as we reflect on the sacrifice that Jesus Christ made for us, let us ask ourselves, what sacrifices are we making for others? As we reflect on Jesus' sacrifices, let's ask ourselves, what sacrifices are we also making for others? Are we helping to lift someone up? Are we giving where we can? Are we standing for justice? And are we being the salt and light that Christ called us to be?
Meanwhile, I keep reminding Ghanaians, look, a lot of Ghanaians don't know that President Mahama left so much money. Anytime you hear them talk about President Mahama's record, they don't talk about the money that President Mahama left for them. Let me list them to you so viewers will appreciate. President Mahama created something called the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, GIF, so that because we have an infrastructure deficit, and he believes in infrastructure, and really no country can develop without infrastructure. So whereas Akufo-Addo is demolishing all of these structures, he was building UGMC, Ridge Hospital, Circle Interchange, Kaswa Interchange, Kumasi Airport, Ho Airport. I can go on and on. So he created the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. And you know how much he left in there for the next government? $270 million was left in the gift fund. $270 million. Then he also created an account called the sinking fund, because President Kufuor's Euro bond was maturing. So Setekbe, who has been accused of being too, thinks about the future, he's still so stringent, and that's what this country needs, prudence, prudent fiscal management. Will you believe that? They left $500 million in the sinking fund to take care of our debt, so that we'll not be where we are today, where we tell our creditors that we can't pay you. That is not all. The stabilization fund, we also left $300 million there. So 300, 500 plus 270. That's over $1 billion. Almost half of what now we are begging the IMF for. We should not have been where we are. And you add that to the windfall. You had, unlike any other president, Akufo-Addo Bawumia, the luckiest to have had 2 oil fields. When COVID happened, everybody, the international community, was having mercy on Ghana. You remember that at the time, the fear was that, hey, if this has happened in Europe, in America, then Africans may be dying like flies on the street. Yeah. So let's move in and help them. We got over 25 billion cedis. Now you read the Auditor General's report, the special audit on COVID funds. It was shared amongst MPP functionaries like confetti. So look, Ghana should not be here. This is a country with enormous resources. God has blessed us so much. Just think about it. What don't we have? Is it the human resource? Is it gold? Is it diamond? Is it timber? Is it water bodies? Is it lithium? Rosewood? What don't we have? We have virtually everything. We are where we are because of bad leadership. Leaders who don't love the country. They have just no iota, no scintilla of love for the country. That's why we are where we are.